Hi, my name is Kendra Taylor, and I am making this video to bring awareness to the groundwater contamination in Indiana. The groundwater in Indiana is responsible for 60% of the drinking water. This means that while the water is filling wells and sinks in family homes, it's also bringing in big chemicals that are causing cancer and other various illnesses. While the big companies and utility companies have now started to realize that they are responsible, there has been little to do to solve this or clean it up. I'm hoping that at the end of this video, I can bring some awareness to ideas that can solve the problem. In Franklin, Indiana, also known as Johnson County, for the last decade, families have been affected by their children contracting cancer. These range from bone cancers to brain cancers. The common thread is that all of these children live in a very close proximity to each other and share the drinking system. As far back as 10 years, these people and families have fought for answers as to why their children could contract something so harmful. The EPA released in 2018 documents that show that there was knowledge of chemical spills and contamination to the drinking water in Johnson County as far back as 1984. The first sampling showed high levels in the soil and the water of cancer-causing agents. Yet, a solution, or what they thought was a solution, wasn't installed for another 11 years. The Indianapolis Star was able to get a hold of the EPA documents, which shows that in 1995, the effects of the contamination were thought to be high and that there needed to be more testing done to know the significant factor of it and to see if the treatment they put in place was effective. Yet the data that they used in figuring out the effective treatment is unclear. The last known solution to be thought of was in 2010 when there were a thought of 2 additional technologies that would help clean up the affected areas, yet those were never implemented either. This map, done in 1996 by Purdue Technology Engineering students, shows the 3 factors that come into groundwater contamination. 1, the vulnerability of the groundwater in the area to the particular contamination. 2, the well itself. And 3, the availability of excess nitrate leaching to the groundwater. In this map of Indiana, you can see the low, medium, high, and very high risk areas that need protection. And if you look, Johnson County on this map shows that they are in a very high risk area. One of the newest reports to come out is that 65 power plants have announced that they are responsible for contaminating the groundwater. In fact, in Indiana, 2 of our utility companies have came out and admitted that they have contaminated the groundwater in excess of the standard at least 5 different power plants. They've also acknowledged that the source of the contamination is the coal ash that is leaking into the ground. The first resolution is to cap the coal ash mines. Instead of cleaning the ash out, they would simply remove it all to the bottom and cap it away from the soil. However, that brings about another argument that the ash should be removed completely from the ponds because they mention that leaving the ash where it is can still seep into the soil and further contaminate any new drinking water that comes through. The Indiana Department of Environmental Management is currently reviewing the 2 solutions that have been brought on how to stop the contamination from the ponds. However, Under the federal law, they do not have the right to tell utility companies what exactly to do with the ash. But the Indiana Department of Environmental Management has decided that the utility companies must control, minimize, or eliminate any contamination that is going on and any further contamination. One solution that I agree with is back in 1995, there was a Superfund site whose sole responsibility was to employ people who would come out and help contaminate and eliminate the chemicals that were going into the soil. This was called the American Chemical Service, Inc., located in Griffin, Indiana. They currently have ongoing resolutions as they still monitor the groundwater and the wells. In order to find a solution for the entire state of Indiana, and especially focusing on Johnson County, we must eliminate the chemicals and pollution that are seeping into our soil and our drinking water. My first solution is to continue on with a Superfund site located in the areas where the data has been the most dramatic. This concludes my video. Thank you for watching.